Is the NBA, as the kids say, officially cooked? I have 3 solutions for the NBA, 2 of which are really wild, but let's talk about the NBA's biggest problems right now. This is a conversation, and one very worth having, that is taking place across all sports media. And a lot of the things they bring up are things like load management, lack of rivalries, the TV networks, too many threes. All of these are very valid critiques of the league in its current state. But does fixing these things get eyeballs back to the NBA? And the reality is no. All of these issues are internal problems the NBA is having, and they should absolutely fix them. However, in today's day and age, the NBA's biggest problem isn't internal, it's external. And that external problem is football. If you tune into any sports show, pretty much any time of the year, what are the 2 sports they talk about the most? Football, basketball. What that tells me is that those 2 sports have a very large shared audience. And if you've been paying attention to what the sport of football has been doing the last couple of years, and who are we kidding, of course you have, you would know that those 2 levels of football have been expanding their reach further and further into the calendar year. Right now you have the college football playoff, which I can only imagine is going to expand in years to come, and the NFL is right now at 17 games, they will be adding an 18th. Football, both college and the NFL, is just vastly more popular than the NBA, and most people, it's kind of a meme, but they would say once football season winds down, then they kind of transition into the NBA. But if the football season keeps going further and further out, people's interest in wanting to tune into the NBA is going to get pushed further and further out as well, regardless of whether or not the NBA fixes the aforementioned problems at all. Christmas Day was the unofficial start of the NBA season for a lot of people, and the NFL the last couple of years are just nah, dibs. And if I'm the NBA, here are the 3 things that I would do to fix the problem. They would never do this, but here's some things that would definitely help the sport. The first one's the obvious one. They need to do something with the 3-point line, whether it's moving it out and eliminating the corner 3, or heck, even moving it in and forcing the game to be more compact. I think moving it out is the most logical thing to do, but I'd be curious to see what would happen if you made the game more compact by moving the 3-point line in. Second, reduce the amount of overall games in a season. Move it from 82 to 52. Yes, that cuts out 30 games, but it creates player urgency and will cut down on load management, and you could set it up on certain days of the week the same way that soccer does, which will make people put it on their collective calendars. Third, and perhaps most wild, avoid the football schedule at all costs. That means the NBA season should start probably in February, and instead of wrapping up in June, go through August. Crown your NBA champion the same time that the NFL is about ready to kick off. But honestly, if you're a fan of basketball and football, this is kind of a win-win, because you literally have football for 6 months and basketball for 6 months. It's your sports are on year-round. I don't know, I'm just spitballing some wild stuff here, but I'd love to know what you think. As wild as these are.